I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got to talk about Colin Kaepernick accusing his parents of perpetuating racism throughout his childhood. As a grown adult man, you know, you should be thankful and very much respectful to the people who decided to adopt you and bring you into their own home. You know, he can say whatever he wants, but he wouldn't be where he is had he not had them. I mean, you never know where he would have been, but I doubt he would have been the Colin Kaepernick we all know had his adopted parents not chosen to take him in and raise him and put him through sports and all these other different programs. You know, he owes them so much, and he just goes on TV and, you know, throws them under the bus like this. Is kind of crazy, but let's get his word for it. Let's hear what he had to say about it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we watching. Now let's roll it.
I know my parents love me, but there were still very problematic things that I went through. I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated.
He took cues from his icon, basketball star Allen Iverson, who he said wore his blackness like a suit of armor. And teenage Kaepernick wanted cornrows to match. He's getting what roles, his mom asked?
Oh, your hair's not professional. Oh, you look like a little thug.
Your mom said that to you.
Yeah. And those become spaces where it's like, okay, how do I navigate this situation now? But it also is informed why I have my hair long today.
The grown-up version of Eve wanted to go back in time and give young Colin a lot of hugs. And I was really moved and saddened by the level of kind of self-awareness that he had to develop at a very young age without a lot of guidance.
The former NFL quarterback who once led the 49ers to the Super Bowl was known in high school for his baseball. The pitcher even had major league interest, but he bucked public pressure and followed his heart to the gridiron.
There were a lot more black people in football that I was like, I found some community here.
Do you still want to play football professionally?
Absolutely. I woke up this morning before our events, trained 5-6 days a week. I'm still up at 4:30. I go get my training in. That passion is still there, and the ability is still there.
He hasn't played professionally since the 2016-2017 season, when this single gesture sparked both solidarity and outrage.
Why did you choose that day and to protest in that way?
That's actually something we're going to dive deep into with the doc that's coming this fall. But as it relates to the book, people may look at that moment and be like, oh, you must have been this person all along. And it's like, no, there's growth that has to happen.
Will you continue to sit?
Yes.
Then Kaepernick couldn't get hired and even sued the NFL for collusion in a case that settled.
All right, guys, so you seen that, you heard that. Let's talk about this, please. So the hair thing, Colin Kaepernick's mom telling him that he looks like a thug with braids. Now, I know a lot of white people might not know much about this from their own personal experience, but I can tell you 100% is nothing racist about that. My mom did not allow me to do what I wanted with my hair, me or any of my brothers. We couldn't do anything crazy with our hair until we were like 17, 18. It was all fades in my house, all fades. And that's why I got braids today. That's why my hair is longer today, because now I can actually, you know, mess around with my hair. It's just hair. I don't really care, but it's not about racism. That has nothing to do with racism, because it's black parents who told their kids they don't want them looking like thugs as well. And you got to think, back then, back in the day, it was different. Now you see black kids with braids all over the place, like all over the place. But back then, it was more of a stigma on things like hair and being professional. A lot of jobs wouldn't hire you if your hair didn't look neat, if you had tattoos. Back when he was growing up, things weren't as loose and as free as they are today. So I just want to put that on the record. That's something that me and all my brothers experience, and I have 2 black parents. I wanted to grow my hair long, but my parents told me the exact same thing, and my parents were black, so I'm not trying to hear no racism. That's all cap. He got this book coming out, Change the Game, and he working on a documentary with Spike Lee, so it makes sense that we seeing him doing the rounds, you know, making his appearances with CBS and talking about it, because he got to shine some light on the things that he's doing. As far as him going back to the NFL, I think that's all cap as well. We know, I think it was last year, he did an open workout with the Raiders, and I think it was Warren Sapp who said that he looked terrible. He looked terrible. He's 35 years old. He not getting no younger. He ain't no spring chicken. I don't think he's training 5 days a week. How he training 5 days a week and working on documentaries and doing books and doing all this? I don't know. I don't know the man's personal life, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. Now, look, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see into people's heart, but Colin Kaepernick, to me, from all that we've seen, strikes me as a person who's just ungrateful and who will throw people under the bus for his own convenience. The same way he's throwing his parents under the bus right now, painting them as racist for, telling him about his hair and looking professional, not looking like a thug. Totally normal criticism for parents to have of their kids back when he was growing up, because he's even older than me, so it makes sense. He earned millions of dollars in the NFL with his short career, and instead of being grateful for the opportunity that they gave him to play, which he did earn, through his hard work in college and being seen and scouted and all that, I give him that. But instead of being grateful, he turned around and said the NFL and the NFL draft is compared to slavery. Like, anyone who gives him opportunity, anyone who helps him out, if they got white people in charge or if they just happen to be white, he'll turn on you for a dime in a second. And just to show some visuals from within his book, you got Colin Kaepernick walking away from his dad because his dad is talking to a guy with a Confederate flag hat. I mean, you go on live television and you say that your parents were racist against you growing up as a child, and you portray your dad as buddy with the guy with a Confederate flag hat. You know what this stuff is going to make people think, and you putting all of this stuff out there to the world. Now, if this was your childhood, hey, it was your childhood, but in my opinion, everything isn't everyone's business, and you should be trying to look out for and protect the people who gave you the best shot possible in life by adopting you and raising you as their own. So yeah, guys, to me, it's just distasteful and very ungrateful, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.